Hello, Saints. We're looking back again now at Romans 9, beginning with verse 30 to 33. We found that it's a remnant that's going to be saved of Israel, and that Israel can comprise both Jew and Gentile. We're talking about the Israel of God. So in verse 30, he makes the question, what then shall we say? Gentiles who did not pursue righteousness, attained righteousness, even the righteousness of the law, which is by faith? But Israel, pursuing a law of righteousness, did not arrive at that law. Why? Because they did not pursue it by faith, but as though it were by works. They stumbled over the stumbling stone. Just as it is written, Behold, I lay in Zion a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense. That's Isaiah 28, verse 16. And you'll also see Isaiah 8, verse 14. This is important for us to see here. The Jews were to seek salvation, righteousness, by faith, not by obedience to the law. Although obedience is required, we're called to obey. Christ says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. We have no problem with that. Again, the problem isn't with the law. The problem is with us as sinners, and two, the law is not the solution to us commending ourselves to God. That's what we're talking about, having to go by faith in Christ. The Jews were to pursue it by faith. But the Gentiles, he makes a contrast, who weren't pursuing righteousness, attained it nonetheless, even the righteousness which is by faith. They believed and they attained it by faith. So here the Goyim, those outside the initial covenant, were the ones getting it, and the ones inside the covenant were the ones stumbling. They stumbled at that stumbling stone, who's, of course, Jesus Christ. And I did a sermon on that, about an Adventist stumbling stone. You might want to check it on my website. If you have problems finding it, let me know. I can get you the link. But we'll deal with that same question. Are we stumbling like the Jews stumbled? Are we so focused on the law? Because the Adventists have a high view of the law. And so have we made it the avenue of salvation? Have we stumbled at that stumbling stone? Have we made the work of the cross of none effect by focusing too much in one other area? So give me a call. You can email me. But he says, Behold, I lay in Zion a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, and he who believes in him will not be disappointed. Our faith, our belief in Christ, will not be met with disappointment. It will end with a reward. Now we're going to pick up next time, chapter 10 of Romans. We're talking about the word of faith, how it brings salvation. And this is both for the Jews and the Goyim, both for the Jewish nation and for the church. Blessings.